All right. So for division with rational expressions, it's the same process as for multiplying. You are going to first factor. So we need two numbers here that multiply to 3 and add to 4. So I'm going to use 1 and 3. So that would factor to x plus 1 and x plus 3. Then on the bottom, this one I'm going to factor out the common factor. So both of them I can factor out a 4 and an x. And that would leave me with x plus 3 on the bottom. And then we are dividing by, and this second fraction, nothing can be factored. So I'm just going to leave it, but I'm going to put that x plus 1 in parentheses. So once I factor, then I'm going to do the operation. So this one is division. So I'm going to keep the first fraction the same, x plus 1 times x plus 3, all over 4x times x plus 3. And then I change it to multiplying, and then I flip the second one. So it's going to become 3 over the x plus 1. Then I multiply these together. So I'm going to multiply straight across now, and that will have 3 times x plus 1 on the top and an x plus 3, all over 4x times x plus 3 times an x plus 1. After you do the operation, then we're going to simplify. So if we look, both the top and the bottom have an x plus 1 and an x plus 3. And that will leave me with 3 on top and a 4x on the bottom. That would be my final answer because there's nothing else that I can do to simplify. All right, why don't you go ahead and try the next one on your own, factor, change it to multiplication, multiply, and then simplify. And then you can skip to the end to check your answer. Okay. For this one, it is division again. I'm going to start with factoring. The 5x on the top can't be factored, so I'm going to leave that the same. 3x minus 12, I can factor a 3 out of that, so I would have x minus 4 in parentheses, divided by. On the top here, I can factor out an x. That would leave me with x minus 2. And then on the bottom, I need two numbers that multiply to 8 and add to negative 6. So if I did negative 4 and negative 2, those would multiply to positive 8 and add to the negative 6. So that is how I'm going to factor the bottom part. Okay. Now I'm going to change it to multiplying. So when you have a division, you keep the first fraction the same, and you would get 3 times x minus 4 times, we changed to multiplying, and we flip the second fraction or find the reciprocal. So that x minus 4 and x minus 2 would move to the top of the fraction, and then x times x minus 2 would be on the bottom of the fraction. Then we're able to multiply straight across. So we would get 5x times x minus 4 times x minus 2, all over. And then I'm going to put the 3 and the x in the front since those aren't in parentheses and those can be moved around a little bit. And then we have x minus 4 and x minus 2. Once we multiply, then we can go ahead and simplify. So both of these have an x on the top and the bottom that I can get rid of. Both of them have an x minus 4, and both of them have an x minus 2. So that leaves me with my final answer of 5 over 3. And that is how you would divide with rational functions. The next video will go over the last problem. If you want to try that one, it's the same stuff, just with multiplying and dividing in the same problem. So if you'd like to try that and then watch the video, you can to see if you got it correct.